Yun, naka-record na.
So, ayun po ano. Dito po kami ngayon sa Maynila. Sa National Museum ba yan? Kita nyo yan?
Ito pa rin, oh.
Sorry po, magbukas na lang kami. Junior, walang kwenta. May camera pa kami.
Ayun pa rin, oh.
Ayun, no. Ayun, no. Pakita mo doon. Yan.
Ayun.
Sige, kita lang tayo mamaya. Bye. As you can see right there, we are on our National Museum in Manila City, Philippines.
Collect.
We will go there. English only.
May masasabi ka ba?
Wala akong brief yan, ma'am.
Can you see it? The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love. Falling people, listen up. It's never too late to change our love. So don't let them steal your life. Don't let them break your stride. There's light on the other side.
Sabihin mo.
Ikaw, pasok na kami. Bawal daw mag-video sila.
Tara, pasok na.
We are going inside. There's no video allowed.
In the National Museum, this is where you can find and you can see different kind of arts and artifacts inside the facility, which is significant for us Filipino people and considered part of our history. The National Museum, a trust of the government, is an educational, scientific, and cultural institution that acquires, documents, preserves, exhibits, and fosters scholarly study and public appreciation of works of art, specimens, and cultural and historical artifacts representative of our unique to the culture heritage of the Filipino people and the natural history of the Philippines. Currently, the National Museum or National Network comprise 19 regional branch and site museums throughout the archipelago. The National Museum manages and develops the national reference collections in the areas of cultural heritage, fine arts, anthropology and archaeology, and natural history, which is botany, zoology, and geology and paleontology, and carries out permanent research program in biodiversity, geological history, human origins, prehistorical and historical archaeology, maritime and underwater, cultural heritage, ethnology, art history, and movable and immovable cultural properties. Appreciation of the collection and research findings of the museum, as well as technical and musicological skills and knowledge, are disseminated through exhibitions, publications, educational training, outreach, technical assistance, and other public programs. The existence of the National Museum is anchored on the basic philosophy that the Filipino nation is kept unified by a deep sense of pride in its own identity, cultural heritage, and natural patrimony. The national identity of the Filipino must be developed and enhanced, while imbibing the spirit of nationalism and strong commitment in the protection and dissemination of its legacy.
Andito na kami sa loob. Sabi ng guard bawal daw mag-video. Pero, I'm strong. Let's go. Malakas ako. VO to.
The first painting was Poliarium by Juan Luna. The painting above features a glimpse of Roman history, focusing on the bloody carnage brought gladiatorial matches. Spoliarium comes from the Latin word, referring to the basement of the Roman Colosseum, where the fallen gladiators are being dumped. As we can see in the painting, the fallen gladiators are dragged by Roman soldiers. On left side, spectators ardently await their chance to strip off the combatants of their metal armor and helmets. In contrast with the charged emotions featured on the left, on the right side, it represents a somber mood. A woman weeps the death of her loved one, and an old man carries a torch looking for his son. The spoliarium is the most valuable oil-on canvas painting in the Philippines by Juan Luna, a Filipino educated at the Academia de Dibujo y Pintura, Philippines. Spoliarium has a size of 4.22 meters by 7.675 meters. It is the largest painting in the Philippines. It was made by Juan Luna in 1884 as an entry to the prestigious Exposition de Bellas Artes. Eventually, won its first gold medal. The next one is The Burning of Manila by Fernando Amorsolo y Cuerto. The Burning of Manila was painted during 1972 by a famous Filipino painter named Ferdinand Amorsolo y Cuerto. This artwork depicts the idea of how Manila was devastated during that time. The painting shows the Battle of Manila happened during the Japanese era. He depicted the tragedy and horror in this battle. The medium used in this painting is oil. It has a size of 9.8 by 12.5 inches. Fernando Amorsolo y Cuerto was one of the most important artists in the history of painting in the Philippines. Amorsolo was a portraitist and painter of rural Philippine landscapes. He is popularly known for his craftsmanship and mastery in the use of light. The last one was Arthur Walsh Ferguson by Mariano Benyol E. Hill. The monument to Arthur Walsh Ferguson by the eminent Spanish sculptor Mariano Benyol E. Hill, which was completed in Madrid and Barcelona in 1912 and erected in Plaza Ferguson in Ermita, Manila, where it was formally inaugurated on November 15, 1913. After having a significant damage during the battle in Manila in February 1945, the monument was some decades later eventually replaced by the city of Manila with a statue of Nuestra Señora de Guia and given to the nearby U.S. Embassy Department, loaned it to the National Museum for its preservation and access by the public as well as in commemoration of 7 decades of bilateral relations. Arthur Ferguson was born in Benicia, California. A lawyer and an excellent speaker of Spanish, was the secretary of the Philippine Commission under Governor William H. Taft, handpicked by the latter due to its distinguished record of public service and diplomatic abilities, and upon the establishments of civilian government on July 4, 1901.
O, diba? Tapos na po kami. So, ano gawin natin? Uwi na tayo? Uwi na kami. Bye-bye.
Sabihin lang yun, bye-bye. Sabihin mo, tapos na.
Sige, ano sabihin mo?
Tapos na.
Loko-loko talaga yun. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wala pa rin.
Oh. Oh.
Napadaanan sabungan nagsisigawan. Yung aking tingnan, manok na pula.